This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Hey, what is up guys? This is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the 4-inch Nel Battle Network Megaman from Sentinel. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in a window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see a read-up of all the companies that made this figure possible. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Mega Man out of the box. And man, I am very impressed by this. Sentinel absolutely killed it. Once I pulled him out of the packaging, I was very taken aback and instantly wowed. Sentinel packed a ton of great things in such a small figure. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. So Mega Man does come with several accessories. Starting off, he comes with a square clear base stand and an articulated arm that articulates at 3 points with a clip. He also comes with 2 interchangeable faceplates, a buster cannon, and a sword attachment. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Mega Man. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Mega Man. Now, this is my first time checking out one of these smaller Sentinel figures, and I've always really wanted to, and they've always looked very, very intriguing. I'm not really into the smaller scale figures, but these guys have had me just glancing at them constantly every time I see them in package. So my friends over there at Ageless Geeks decided to get this figure in my hands to review, and I'm going to say this right off the bat, I absolutely love this figure. I know there's a bunch more from this line, just kind of like Mega Man through the eras, and I think this one is awesome. And to be honest, I don't know too much about the Battle Network franchise, and I know what the game is and whatnot, but I've never actually played it. But I am just a big Mega Man fan, and this is a really cool figure, a really cool interpretation of that character from that game, and I think they just did a tremendous job. And you can see the sculpt. The sculpt is pretty right on. It does completely, it just totally nails the character's design and whatnot in sculpt. It all looks very, very good. I love the proportions on this. It looks very, very nice. Very kid-like. You know, I dig that quite a bit. I think the paint apps look very, very nice. All very, very crisp. And I'm trying to look around this entire figure, and I don't really see any blemishes, at least to the naked eye, because I'm trying really, really hard to find some, but all the paint apps, look very nice. Like I said, very, very crisp. You can even see the red on the side of the helmet there. Lots of color variations in this helmet. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with this game, but I didn't realize how many colors were in this character. Like a dark blue to the light blue, to a different shade of blue, to the yellows and the reds. All very nice. I love the face on this. Look at the eyes on that. Very anime-ish, which I think is very awesome, and very much fits this character. So just very, very nice paint apps. Look at the backpack on the back. Looks very, very good. The sculpting of this hair on the back coming out of the helmet, that's pointy. I've actually stabbed myself a couple of times, so you can kind of see how that will actually kind of hurt. So yeah, just be very careful with that. So one thing I do like about this quite a bit, he does come with some interchangeable parts. So let's start with the head first. So it just comes off a little straight peg like so. And then what you want to do, you can actually pull off these side earpieces like that, and then just slide off this faceplate. The faceplate does have a little tab right in there, and then you can insert this one with like almost like a ninja mask, I'm assuming what this is. Again, like I said, I've never played the game, so I'm not sure what the relevance of that one is. I don't know if it's like a stealth mode or whatnot, but it's pretty cool to see. So you just put those little ear pads back on, slide it right down that peg like that, and then you have that look, which I think is pretty awesome. Yeah, definitely. Man, just having this figure in hand, kind of makes me want to play the video game now. I think they were, I don't remember exactly. Like I said, I've never played it, but I think they were Game Boy games or something, handheld. I'm not really sure. So, but still very, very cool. Now he does come with excuse me, I cannot speak right now. It comes with two interchangeable arm pieces. So you just pull right off a little peg right in there. And then you could insert, here we go, we got his Buster Cannon. So you plug it on the little peg like that, and now you have that attachment, which looks very awesome. That's very cool. That's just classic Mega Man, you know. I like that quite a bit. And then you could also pull off this arm if you like, because you can use the Buster Cannon on both arms. It really depends on what you want to do. Then you have this like sword piece attachment where you can plug onto there too. Just like so. Now he has this like sword attachment, and to me, the sword is kind of new. So, like I said, again, never playing the games, I didn't even knew he had a sword, which is freaking awesome. This looks like a Mega Man Ninja almost, which I think is really, really cool. Even with both attachments, they are articulated like that, so pretty awesome in that regard. Oops, and that earpiece popped off. And get that back on there like so, and then put oops, wrong arm. Is it the wrong arm? Yeah, that's the wrong arm. We'll put this regular one back on here right now like so. So another great thing about this figure, he has a ton of articulation, and being such a little figure, man, they packed in quite a bit, and I'm actually very, very impressed. So the head and the neck are on the ball joints and a hinge, or excuse me, like a hinge. So it rolls all the way around just like so. Does rotate left and right, looks up and down. The hair will hit the backpack a little bit, so it hinders just a little bit, but you can look up and down still quite a bit. You even got some head pivot just like that. Like I said, it rolls all the way around. Really nice butterfly joints at the shoulders right here, so you can kind of see them like pop out of socket right there, and then can go all the way, makes it arm go all the way across the chest like that. Go all the way up and down, out like that, swivel at the bicep, single bend at the elbow, but a very nice bend. You can see how far it actually bends in, which is very nice. Same thing with the Buster Cannon, it just bends the exact same way. And you got rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We got a ball, seems to be a double ball peg, all the way up to the upper section right here of the chest, into the crotch area, so that rolls all the way around, rotates left and right, crunches back and forth quite a bit, and pivots side to side. We get hip joints that kick very high up forward like that, very far back about that much, can do the splits about that far, rotation at the thigh, double jointed knees that work very nice. Again, lots of good motion in there. Then you got, let's see, an ankle joint. I was going to point the toe up and down. Does not rotate, but you get a really, really nice ankle rocker in there. And I just noticed there's some red paint on the bottom of the heels. So very, very cool. Now, one more thing I'd like to discuss is this stand. I've seen these stands before with Sentinel figures. To be honest, I completely hate these things. First of all, with the proportions of the figure itself, I mean, it just seems too big. I don't like it at all. This clasp right here, these pieces come off too easily in my opinion. I've seen some Tamashii Nation stands that the stage acts or whatever you want to call them have the same thing, but these come off very, very easily, and I've noticed that they just don't work very well. They do have little sections that, you know, if anybody's had Sentinel figures, they're all the same. You can kind of clip them anywhere you like around the stand. Just in little sections. They have little notches throughout the different portions of the square right here. And they do hold the figure, you know, I will say that. So if you get them in like a good little aerial pose like this and whatnot, and then hold them like that, you can get some good aerial poses, but it just seems too bulky. And like I said, the base of it is just, it's too large in my opinion. It takes up too much real estate on your shelf. So that's a real downfall for me. Since these are smaller figures, I wish they had gone with a smaller stand, because these are the same stands that they use with the larger figures, which to me makes really no sense. But overall, the figure itself is fantastic. He is so cool, so awesome, and really makes me want to go out and collect this entire Mega Man line, so for that reason, he is definitely a must-get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And just for fun, here he is standing next to Little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the 4-inch Nel Battle Network Megaman from Sentinel. Now, I am absolutely floored by this figure. This scale is not normally my favorite, but everything that Sentinel did was absolutely amazing and made me fall in love with this line. He is a great adaptation of this Mega Man character, and I absolutely love it. I cannot recommend him enough. So for great deals, head over to agelessgeeks.com for awesome action figures like this and all the things you love. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.